knows? Another queue. Must be an awfully busy time. Guess spring break is going on, so lots of people playing maybe? Who knows? If this persists, I will have to start streaming from inside the game. But then I won't get the chance to comment on the little male Moogle who seems to never be able to deliver his mail. When I can't make lame jokes, then what's even the point? Alright. So I need to complete Stone Vigil. For the next step in the storyline. The epic storyline about doing various side quests and being a gopher. A food item in here somewhere. Just use that one. Get rid of this stuff. Too many things. While I am waiting the 13 minutes, I guess, for the next thing. 13 minutes on average for the next group for the dungeon. I still have some dudes to beat. Eastern. Southern. And it was the Wellwick Woods. A wonderful, wubbulous place. Probably the closest place is there, though. Ironically. I think I needed 4,000 seals for the next rank, so it's a lot of seals. I mean, that's like a whole Arctic ring of seals going arf, arf, arf. Looking for Amajar Ranger. somewhere in the Welwick Woods. Huh. It's a very nice sign. Oh, I found one. But I need a level sync, so... Let's do it! Summon Drumstick to be here. Drumstick loves to murder people. Up behind you. I wonder if I'll get credit for that. Nah, probably not. I wouldn't be so lucky as to actually get credit for something that I got interrupted in the middle of. There's a dragon, there's a dragon. There's dragonflies. There's a worm. No, that's dragon. Scared the camera guy. How dare you scare the camera guy? Go, go, go. Move, 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 move. Oh, I didn't see that one coming at all. Flying. Get everybody attack. Fly out. So, it's a lot of dragons. Gotta admit. White infestation. Hitting them with fireballs. Dragons hate fireballs. Out of magic juice. Side of the cube. down the cliff. The die is cast. Lots and lots of little things going on. The secret is to run into the fire. I got back into it. Oh look, more ruined castle. Haven't lamp sword. Why can't I just melt you? Let's find out what this wonderful new highlight is for Fire 3. Oh. Almost ran right into it. That was bad. Yeah, just run through the fire, it should be fine. Apparently I win a lot on that one. Guess nobody wanted it. Why don't they just melt? I don't understand. Literally fighting off the common cold right now. The essence of cold itself. Yes, I was very quickly mapping that as I went along. It's the Enterprise. Sleeping Dragon. Blah, blah, blah. You were totally here the whole time. Swear. Uh-oh. It's the guy with the black hood. Meanwhile, the rest of the party has kicked me for not actually doing anything. Seriously? I thought this was a good idea to put this big old cutscene right in the middle here. This was a bad plan. super bad plan. Don't ever put a really long cutscene like right in the middle of a dungeon. Because that's just going to annoy everyone. Seriously. People have already done this are going to skip through the cutscene and totally not care. They're just going to be frustrated with the one person who actually has to watch the damn thing. Why would you do that? Just put the cutscene at the end where nobody cares anymore. Poor design decision right there. Blueberry. Oh, acid trip's coming back. I can finally paint with all the colors of the wind. Sheila, are you alright? Speak to me! Ah, she's fine. Must have been a good trip, man. Don't be phased. I feared the beast had injured you. What about those other three guys? Where did they go? Nowhere. See now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of an etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain that my next mission would be to find a new champion. You were so dead. We could all tell. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. Yeah, it would have been a pain in the ass to have to step over your broken corpse to find a new champion. Quite enough to do already. Which reminds me, Sid. Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Oh, you ain't gonna fix that show. It's bad. Let's go and see what he has to say. Can we fix it? No. No, we can't. We're gonna need an entirely new, everything. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yeah, about 12 feet off this cliff, then it's the ground. Yes. It will not be a pleasant ride. That's actually pretty good construction. I would imagine that most planes wouldn't be able to travel after 5 years sitting in the snow with dragons picking at them. Well, I dare say that it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity, pity, what a pity, that the Enterprise is not in better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. Wait, no, I think I'll complain anyway, because I'm a whiner. Following agreement, let us return to Gridania. Wait, I need to say goodbye to all the people I would like nothing more than to set course for Howling Eye. It is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs repair if we are to proceed with our mission. And approximately 10 million missions later, we finally got our airship. Look at my hand. It's huge. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... Yes, it's your airship. We've told you that. Stop spacing out. Ah, it's no use. Let's go. Once again, most ships left out in the weather for 5 years in terrible condition probably couldn't fly. It's a pretty damn good ship. I'm in space. Ah, I have longed for a more agreeable climate. For the more agreeable climate at 12 Woods. I was so cold. It's almost like I should pack a jacket or something when I go into the cold lands. Yet I will not deny the Holy See and its charms. Endless detours aside, oh, there's going to be more detours, I guarantee you. Our Ashgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Yes, heroic. Into the eye of the storm. How am I going to make this into a party ship? It calms me to look at her. Who, me? No, the ship, you loser. It's as though I've been reunited with the part of me I never knew I was missing. Like a hand, or an eye, or a foot, or possibly a spleen. You never really feel your spleen until it's missing. Hardly surprising you did design and build her. Whoa, really? I bear good news. The Seatseers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. That is good news, otherwise you'd have to just kind of land her on the ground and hope she doesn't make a mess. It may take as long as we need to repair her. Within reason. Of course, it would be rank folly to take 1 moment more than we require. Gridania, lest we forget, grows, Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we were having any hope of wrestling this benighted realm, benighted with an N. By wealth and talents, we must needs be. We don't have time to waste. Okay, there we go. I am no expert in the workings of airships. Okay, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? I think a cursory glance would show you that. You are. Brinkley, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by raging tempests, apt to turn proud trees to Matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. She'll take it. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But I'm gonna need a lot of scrap metal. Like a ton of it. But if this Tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Confound it. There must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements? Of course! That's it! We'll summon Captain Planet! We work upon the elements itself. Using the power of a corrupted crystal, we can clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a beating. I see. Propose to utilize the properties of a crystal to alter the ultimate aspect of the barrier. It seems so childishly simple in retrospect. I'll murder you and then claim it was my idea in the first place. Then perhaps not to you, Sheila. I perfectly understand everything that's going on. I am not totally confused and trying to shift the blame to you. We speak of the manifestation of overaspected aether, which can be found throughout Erosia. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been a cause for great woe, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. Well, I'm going to fight some giant corrupt monsters, aren't I? Forge as we can, we could theoretically use a corruption crystal to convert the wide aspected aether comprising Garda's barrier into aether of another aspect, one she cannot control. We'll convert it from blueberry to cherry. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garda blows. Yar, she blows! But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Lambertines, who resides in Camp Drybone. Everything's in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Marcus met him, I suppose. Whether out of pity, or for want of a more willing listener, he would talk for hours at a time about his etheric studies. Corrupted crystal this, pet subject that. It was terrible. It was as a result of these conversations that poor Maquis was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Sheila, I need you to return to Thalian and seek out the scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. You just admitted that you're not an airship person, but you're like, I'm going to stay here and fix it. You're going to sit here and yell at Sid and just make an ass of yourself, aren't you? You know it's true. Map me. Nope, can't go that way. This is a bridge made out of dirt. Imagine that a dirt bridge can't support much weight, making it a terrible bridge. He's not above, and he must be below. There you are. Well, yes, I'm Professor Lambert. Beg pardon? You wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystal? Truly? Well, you're gonna need to sit down. It's gonna be a long, long talk. Well, nothing will give me greater pleasure than discuss my work with a fellow woman of science. Prepare for the longest exposition dump ever. Ah, so rare it is to find fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of the corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another. A hermit for whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow. Unsociable. Rather daft at first impression, yet possessed of an amazing affinity through scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand. Did you say you wish to conduct field observations? You wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal. Gads, woman! At least take necessary precautions so as you do not suffer from exposure to harmful energies. Beginning to wonder if you have sufficient qualification to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. I can pretend to be important to you. If you bring me a suitable vessel, say a common clay pot, I shall coat it with an alchemic sealant, mine own design. Simply storing the crystal you seek within the pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effects. When it's lined with lead, you'll be perfectly fine. You could even lick the lead jar. Nothing will happen. Where might you find a clay pot? Well, I'm hardly a merchant, but surely some fellow at the Golden Bazaar has something to say. Are you kidding me? So apparently there's only one guy in the entire world who sells clay pots. Even though if I look around, I'm sure I could actually find clay pots as like incidental meshes and stuff around here. But no, you gotta find the one guy in the entire world who sells clay pots. Just the one guy. Call him the clay pot guy, because he's the master of all clay pots. I'd been okay if they at least said, find me a special clay pot or something, but just, oh yeah, a clay pot. You get a pot, and you get a pot. Everyone gets a pot. Pot for everyone. Plenty of pots. Pots, pot. Sorry. I get a bit carried away when disposing of old merchandise. Anyway, take my pot, please. This is about the pot. Bugger off. I'm not taking it back. What a curious fellow. What quest is that? I can't tell because Drumstick keeps getting away. Dude, I got your pot. You got the Doritos, man. Sure, a lot of javelinas around here. Drumstick broke his leg and I took the damage. Fascinating. Even accounting for the unusually strong etheric currents in this region, the crystallized formations are... Oh, we've returned! You like finding the pot I suggested? The vessel is most likely to last longer than its maker. Yes, well, this is indeed a unremarkable piece of rubbish. For our purposes, it shall suffice. I shall make it better by my very presence. With a liberal application of my alchemic sealant, this sorry excuse for earthenware will be reborn as a corrupt crystal containment device. May also contain ghosts, who knows. Now observe as this scholarly, skillfully coats the interior of the pot just so, and there, it's finished. You no longer need fear the crystal's transformative energies. No guarantees though, still experimental and all that. Though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. So, don't get too close. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. You penniless lot always need something to motivate you. In any case, I would now have you take the warded pot to Haspeko, a student of mine monitoring the flow of aetherage at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in a finer point of crystal harvesting. Now away with you. I'm far too busy to talk. Bet you dollars of donuts that this thing actually leaks. Into the driving rain. Come, drumstick. We press on. Actually, it's raining in the middle of a desert. There's going to be mudslides everywhere. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's rickety little side wooden planks suspended over a big chasm of nothingness while it's raining is just a great place to stay. How many times must I make... How many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. Have some pot, dude. You need to relax. What have we here? Containment vessel. This is the handiwork of Professor Lambert. You thieving knave! I shall call for the... Oh. And especially for you by the man himself. Ah, well, indeed. Then you must have sought... You must have sought me out per his instruction. Which means he believes my experience enough to expound upon his explanations. Last! The recognition I so rightfully deserve. Mega potions. Oh, fraptious day, Kalukale. Nice literary reference there, buddy. That I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Asako, greatest of Professor Lambert's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wells of my personal research. Burning wall, my personal research. There. The devastating destructions caused by the calamity have blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect piece will satisfy your high standards. In which case, you must need descend into the deepest, darkest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and murderous mirrorites lie the most fascinating formations I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warding pot, and bear it back to me for inspection. Notice how I conveniently put all of the dangerous work in my hands. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of Burning Wall is treacherous, terrifying. But advance with appropriate caution, and you shall surely survive. Maybe, probably, I don't care. The research tool is a mallet. Not be allowed to say that this sledgehammer was made for harvesting corrupted crystals. It was programmed specifically for that purpose. These crystalline energies are very dangerous and volatile. Treat them with the greatest of care. Whack it with this mallet. This is a good plan. D is for dead. Huh. Golden Fleece. I didn't even have to quest for years to get to it either. Okay, so I need to go down and around. Now, for being called mirror knights, they don't appear to be very knightly or have mirror properties. Ooh, that's gotta burn. What a shocking defeat. Invalid target. Alright. Okay, so I gotta get to the ground floor then. Jumping would probably not be smart. And how do I get down there? Gum drumstick. I've got a puzzle to figure out. No, that path goes up. So we're gonna wind back around. Ha! Down we go. Oh. Spotted me. on about? Ah, there we are. Smashy, smashy. And then stashy, stashy. Once again, dollars to donuts, it's gonna leak and make terrible, horrible things happen to me. I'm gonna wind up being radioactive or contaminated, something like that, I just know it. Surprisingly difficult to make it not rain on the inside in games, actually. Because you gotta be able to detect what counts as inside. So the easiest way of doing that is to paint an inside and outside zone. Which is just the weirdest thing to think about. You also have to make a convincing sheet of wall of water, so when you're walking outside, and then to figure out how to efficiently have water in front of the screen, it's all just weird. I see you've come galumping back. Just borrow everything from the Jabberwocky Palmer, don't you? Have you the crystal then? Hey, how about you open up and look at it yourself? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambert will doubtlessly chortle with joy when you present it to him. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Then Senpai will finally notice me. From the original Japanese, it actually was literally references, or there was just one developer in the localization team who just really wanted to insert that somewhere. I believe that man is dead, and he's saying prayers while his fiancée grieves? Wife grieves, maybe? My keen scholar sense tells me that you have tamed a corrupted crystal. Am I right? Ah, yes, it looks lovely. If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To reach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected aether? Oh dear, that may be problematic. This crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objective from the start. I guess I've just wasted all of your time. Bother. It's such a waste of time for me to waste your time. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hanasto. But what is science if not trial and error? Doing stuff and write it down? And can you truly say this is a failure has taught us nothing? Taught me never to listen to you. Think, woman. You will understand the method necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtlessly have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collect is aimed as an invaluable resource for aetheric studies conducted by the students of Balsion. Never heard of them? I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. I am their superior. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you away from your task. There is still a cryptic crystal to find, after all. I'm gonna sit down for a second. It's difficult standing up and being this pompous. Cryptic crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common. I fear, fortunately, rather student, Cecina, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern La Noche. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern La Noche was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Now that makes an amusing anecdote. Let me tell you the story about... Oh, okay, you're busy. It was Western La Noche. Pharaoh Surly on the Isle of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reason. Something to do with Dalmon's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Ailport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. We're going to travel there and see if Cecina's inquiries bear fruit. You can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates. You might find your time to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warding pot, as she thinks you unprepared for the task. Luckily, I came back to you rather than immediately running away. Because if I had, then I would have been in trouble. Actually, I'm kind of surprised they didn't make me run all the way back to Sid, have him say, we can't use this, and then run all the way back to him to find out that I can't use it. Tell him and start over again. Seems like exactly the kind of thing this game would do. Cryptid crystal. Madame, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes. So if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. I'll be damned. Professor Lamington did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sinan. Greatest of the professor's pupils. I can see why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Listen to me prattle on and on. Must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. What happened to everyone else? It's probably not pirates. Well, it was pirates to start with, so I guess now it's not pirates. As I told the professor in my mini missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharaoh Surrey is replete with cryptic crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isle of Umbra is prohibited at present for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance, disdain. It's puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motives in great detail in the subject of my question. It's almost as if they don't want to listen to you. Mayhaps you will have better luck wresting information from those yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Jump. 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 Hey there. Ah, you startled me. But you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? But with all the fastidious gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isle of Umbral, it's because I know its nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. I didn't actually ask you any questions, I don't think. Also, are there stairs off of here? I don't think there are any stairs. This is a door. Still seems like a very odd place to have a guard. Hard to get to and all. You keen on traveling to the Isle Umbro? Bloody hell's last. Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. So there's spooks, and there's death. So like a Tuesday afternoon for me then. It's a big boat. And apparently the person I'm looking for is over somewhere else. Can't jump down there. Damn you, invisible walls. It's those medieval automatic doors. Ooh, it's a prison. The Isle of Umbra? What interest have you in that god's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Syria, the Isle has been not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for souls dragged down to the depths with them. So it's hard to get to, it's full of death, and there are ghosts. Okay? I'm sure that pompous researcher will really believe my explanation of, well, but there were ghosts. As long as it's not a dungeon quest, which was the last one, which is what it's probably Pirates was. Ah, Shiva, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? As to what the undead you say. That is very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment where I gather my thoughts. Boy. Spooks. I hate spooks. Oh, that is just... That is an unfortunate color. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. Yes. As for why all travel to the Isle of Umbra is restricted, well, perhaps it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandon of Pharaoh Sirius. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub. Yes, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard the tale of a man named Skyfin, who was recently detained after returning from. Wait for it. The Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. He might be a bad man. Why don't you go question him? Okay. I'm gonna guess that he's the person who was in the prison. Actually, he's a brand new guy who wasn't there before. That's incredibly creepy. I have to go back. She calls me. She sings to me. Tell Momota I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go. Let me go to her. Representing the representative. I represent. What does Skyfin have to say? That's not terribly hopeful. Couldn't care less how much he misses his favorite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidone? Wait, I know that name. It's that bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. She's not even a cat girl when she got grabbed. It's unusual. Nothing knitted, are you? No. Then what are you? Speak up, missy, I can't hear you. It's a feather. Why is it actually made of gold? Eh? Look at me, is that what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this, you say? Where do you say you found it? Skyfin, you say? I was hoping to have a word, lad, but it sounds like they have not left twixt his ears. He's supposed to help me with foul Cirrus, you see. Come to send me to supervise a lot of them. We're getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. What? 3 halves? Aw. What's that? You'd be looking in the passage of the Eye of the Umbral. Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to look at it on behalf of old Mirdo. Tell me how the land lies. Ain't nobody interested till you came a-calling. Old port's up and armed up, spirits and so forth. If I had a gill, I'd hire some sellsword and let 'em sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you say? You'll do in a pinch, you will. Show his parchment to the skipper and he'll sail you out on your back. We're going. So you went and had a word with Mimidon. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. So you mean the disgusting creature was Skyfin's superior? I find that hard to believe. This what the passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it is a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the island of Umbral. Without me. I was so shocked that I suddenly leveled up. Which reminds me. Fire starter. It's a 40% chance that after you cast fire, your next Fire 3 will require no MP and have no charging time. That's good. Fine. Fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Always the best comeback. If you leave me there to die, I'm gonna haunt you. Ah! Take me to the Isle of Umbra, she bids. As if it was simple as... Oh, so you got a written permission. Alright, then climb on board. Here I am, somewhere in the world. Have I been over there? Yes, I have been over there before. This is actually the same map. And this place is pretty small. Hey there. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You're harvesting corrupt crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. Well, seeing as how she didn't speak to the ferryman, I'm fairly certain she just swam across the canal. That's pretty good for a researcher like her. Oh, yes. We can't just have your name be David. We gotta put a Y in it for some reason. David. Beg your pardon, madam, but how did you come here? Because this island is currently restricted. But I have a pot, you see. An old pot? I'm not sure I know what... Oh, I see. You wish to harbor a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. Oh, they're pink legs, too. Pink. Oh, I'm totally pink. David has a special proposal for you. Okay. The written master memo I gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Well, look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it causes severe damage to both the structure and machinery within this once powerful beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Syra are not the product of mages, thermontology, or colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption filled by etheric energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anybody's guess as to how long it'll take to be complete. What's worth, all work has ceased since the rumors of Walking Dead drove off the entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance. All the ship graveyards to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Sheila. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you a corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for whether to begin your inquiries into this situation, it just so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets from the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. Well, gang, looks like we got another mystery. Slay wandering spirits. Wandering spirits are represented by a skeleton. Are there any races in this game that have a skeleton that looks exactly like that?
Ooh.
Put down. Oh, man. These skeletons are coming too slowly. Spooky, scary skeletons. Just send shivers down your spine. I completed the challenge. That's the challenge. Another fake done. What's the haps? Is this all for the taking? 5 bleeding years worth of wreckage, and for their cargo. Those queer dead things. That voice. Actually, the voice be quite nice. Gods, that voice. That single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. Sirens. You saw them too, right? Dead people. Shambling about without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care. That is, start shuffling towards the water. So we got us a siren voice and dead coming towards the water. Probably because of a siren. Like an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar. As if that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? Apparently not. But if they have returned, that would mean... Oh, beg pardon, I was just, thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimidon would be arriving any moment. Apparently, he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. Do I get to slap him for being a pervert? What's been keeping you, Annie? I ain't getting any younger, you know. That Some honey-voiced Twilight's been calling out, and the folks been wandering near the ship's graveyard. It's starting up the dead, 'em all. Bloody hells! This takes me back to the day when I was a cannon boy, sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? After the lessons we learned 'em last time. But they bloody would, though, wouldn't they? Blazing old booties. Biddies. Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew deep down in my bones that this day would come. Aye, come it has. Aye, I'd bet me bum ears a siren's behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, neither. I speak of the older kind. Them what with feathers, lure sailors to watery graves with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it isn't in there. No, drowns the start. See, even in death, man stays bound to the beast, forced to be hiding till his corpse can't be no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on my worst enemies, except maybe in drink, and I regret it afterwards. Any roads, it's up to you to stop that hell's-bound hussy about her taking another's soul. Of course, we can't send you marching in off without these. Siren don't have no power over a man who can't hear her song. My character is a lady. It's lucky for you I carry a spare pair. Lucky for the both of us. I'm superstitious and sodden, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd best head over to her. The ship graveyard, initiate. Okay. Brass earplugs. That is not a praying mantis. That is so not a praying mantis. She passes near the shore. She's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. Come on. Also, they make the sound of, like, shattering Halloween skeletons. That's kind of hilarious. What's gonna happen? Oh, it's gonna be another duty. Wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Someone's playing organ music. Quiet. Did you hear that? Just her. Look out of the water. She's come to shit. She's come. And she's got really weird hair. Quick, Lash. Stuff them plugs in your ear. Get ready to fight. Soon as she realizes your death to her ditties, she's calling her thralls. We'll have to be up with our neck and corpses after you know it. Before you know it. have spurned her cruelty reward. This is just bad poetry right now. That all you got, Siren Lady? Oh, that hurt a lot. Okay. Let's not run into the bubbles. Ah! Got behind me. Dark Eclipse the Heart. Well, that wasn't that tough. Total Eclipse of the Heart. Oh, man. You did it! Eh? Am I alright? Ah, I'm better than that initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse, I am. Because I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 Wurtzit if we gutted the songstress, but can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning around here again, though. Not for a while, anyway. Well, if she done, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for your help. Ah, bugger me. I've clean forgotten your name. Remember me, Sheila? Don't recall having no initiative by that name. But if you're not me old mate, worst name, when you be so bloody helpful. Ah, when you might be seeing me, lassie. Blah, 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 blah. You mean it was a siren? How were you able to resist our song? I see. I've heard that Master Mimodin was involved in the first purge, but never actually... Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please, take it with my compliments. Here's some fresh pot, the best reward. Aye. And of course that trip has to cost me nothing, because theoretically I could be penniless and never be able to leave the island. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Sheila. You look remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Look. Ah, conquering the hero returns bearing a gift. May I have a closer look? Impressive, very impressive indeed, yes. I think I'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Sheila. Seldom if ever have I encountered the corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected aether. What? Uncorrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected aether to counteract the effects of raging winds? Well, the specimen won't help you out there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements would tell you that. You just have to keep looking, I suppose. We'll just keep jerking you along forever. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected aether. Associated Mind in Gordania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. What's with that expression? But you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. What's even better is that this time you needn't use that warding pot for yourself to protect yourself from the crystal energy. Nathan's findings suggest this is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that he has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It's been a pleasure, Sheila. Come back and see me sometimes, alright? You go now! The Curious Case of Giggity. I wasn't aware that this is going to be a journey to find Quagmire. It's actually in the middle of town. Oh god, I can see terrible things in the abyss. It's a lovely night. Fair skies. Let me guess, you're not just going to give me the crystal. Too easy. Greetings and salutations, Miss Zulu, I presume. Sienna informed me of your adventures in the airport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, though. As Professor Lambert is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. Unless it's a scientific study of wastefulness. The matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek could be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, this is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the Twelves Wood, precisely where it is at any given moment is a bit more difficult to say. For me to explain. You're familiar with spargrons, yes? Furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ore and other stones. Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the 12 Woods. Fortunately for you, though, crystals take an eternity to digest. This means that they can't even be digested. And I'm reasonably confident that this one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when... You couldn't care less about this, could you? That's the point, then. Giggity has grown so ravenous that even his fellow Sprigrans are fear for their safety. Some have gotten so far as to petition the other inhabitants of the 12 Woods for succor. In fact, the other day I heard that a Spargran has been spotted in the vicinity of Little Solace. Suppose that you find this wayward creature and use him to track down and slay Giggity. And think of no better method to locate the rampant beast, can you? Rampaging beast. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Going back to Little Solace again. Okay, so the last time I was here, I brought you a corpse. This time, we're gonna be a little bit, better. This one is pleased to see Walking One. Has time come for this one to wreak furious vengeance upon Imperial ones? Oh, so Walking One seeks furry ones. This one just saw Furry One wandering about. Was very worried for Furry One. Worried for Furry One's safety. Furry One came to Little Solace in search of helpful ones, asked these ones for aid and succor. But these ones cannot do what Furry One asked, so Furry One went elsewhere, went north into Lake Skull. This one tried to warn Furry One, but Furry One would not listen. Many vile ones lurk in the north, and touched ones too. Gotta go track him down! He's not that far in, apparently. Oh, but he's on top of a limb. I'll go out in a limb to save him. Stand back. Hi, Tiggy. Tiggy, great Sliff. Sliff, bad Sliff. Friend safe, Tiggy. Friend! Tiggy, go back. Back to good Sliff. What a charming fellow. Tiggy. Walking One is even more helpful one. Furry One Tiggy spoke highly of Walking One's bravery. This one wonders why Walking One first sought to find furry ones. Walking One seeks furry one giggity. Even these ones have heard tales of Hungry One. Furry One Tiggy asks these ones to hunt Hungry One, but these ones have not means to do so. Furry One craves ores, yes, but Hungry One is clever and cautious. If Walking One wishes to catch Hungry One, Walking One must use very rare, very special ore. This one knows little and less of ore, but Walking One, Mirror of Sanctum of 12, knows much. Walking One should ask aid of Goldsmithing One. Back I go. Seems like a very nice place. Oh, it's big. It's wonderful. Yes, what is it? Ah, so you wish to lure out the rampaging Spriggan with the rare ore. I have an idea. Though it's a bit unorthodox and convoluted. Seems like the normal plan to me then. A Chet golem was recently sighted near the gates to the Sif land. Who created it and why it was left free to roam is anyone's guess. In any case, the construct's presence is profoundly serendipitous, for the soul stone of a Chet golem is created by enchanting a hunk of true heart ore. True heart, in case you were unaware, is an exceedingly rare ore. Chicken is almost certainly never tasted and will therefore be unable to resist. So all you need to do is for the golem. Slay it, claim its heart, and use it to bait a Spriggan. Oh, and do remember to rub the soul stone against a sufficiently large concentration of amber, say, amber scale rock in the central shroud. Short of petitioning a mage vised in golem magics, this is the only way I know to spell the enchantment woven into its true heart, Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me like that? I have a relation with the Thermatology once, if you just know. Relationship with... Well, seeing as I'm a black mage, I should also know that. Walk all the way back. Oh my, those look very deadly. you, walking abomination. Oh. Victory for me. Gee, I wonder if that other person is going the same place that I am going. Nah, couldn't be. Go, move. I feel like I've been here before. That is a big chunk of amber, I think. Hey, Twiggy. Ore? Shiny ore. Ore. Twiggy ore? Oh, Giggy ore. Friend's not Biggy. Giggy. Giggy is home. Giggy is afraid. Friend come home. Friend stop Giggy. We'll just pretend like I can see where he went and follow him. Yeah, that works. Jump! Jump, drumstick, jump! And over the bridge. Come on. True heart. Oh, he big. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Okay, so... with that, I'm on my way home. After I murder this giant golem first. Now I'm on. Send me my way. Hey, send me my way. Yeah, time to run off. Finally show off our corrupt crystal. And probably be told that it's still not the correct one. Somehow. Ah, you did not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god-awful smell? This particular sample happens to be covered in... Spriggan offal! Yummy! My word, this is breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my superstition was not mistaken. I also see that you weren't averse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know. The thick coating of digestive juice is protecting us from harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warding pot once did. I'm so glum, friend. You finally attained the corrupted crystal you sought, when overflowing with earth-aspected aether. Calm down, I jest. It is composed of ice-aspected aether, worry not. I suppose that joke is in poor taste, considering your previous two attempts were not. How did they know that I had two previous attempts? Better late than never. Beg your pardon, Sheila. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lamberton. Something about a man named Marquis. Apparently, the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have put it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me if my research was used for evil ends. That would make me a mad scientist. Who wants to be one of them? Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Like matters of good and evil and right and wrong. That's just entirely unnecessary. Get off to there. And you wish to... yes! Transport me there. I could just walk, but we should use as much magical energy as we can to transport for no good reason. All repairs and modifications have been complete, Sheila. Once you bring me that crystal, there's nothing standing between us and Garda. There you go. We'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Sheila. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship. Mark my words. Soon it'll become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. I was born to sail ships like a madman. According to my test, the device now functions in perfect harmony with the crystal, and you can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, this can only tell us so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, we cannot be sure this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that this is a small but significantly significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive. Perhaps it is better that we remain positive. Shiva, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting me to develop this plan, for everything. Helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. Not the man I once was, not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring sentiment. It would have waited until the mission, but, well, you understand, we might die horribly. Oh, I'm gonna get a fancy new hat. Nope, Chip won't want no more.
She's ready.
Oh, it's gotten serious. We've brought back the voice acting.
Ah, she stirs.
They're holding hands. Aww.
To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda.
Garuda.
Enterprise, engage.
You're not allowed to make that reference, game. Make it so, Sid. Flying through the air, so fancy and free. Took his face off. Oh no.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone.
There were many heroes.
There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you.
It was many Final Fantasies ago. I don't remember it. So long ago that it can only be told in
Just
sepia tone.
how long have I worn these damn goggles?
10 million years. was a young man once.
Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days.
Man, was I wrong about that. Oh boy.
The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father.
Running through voids of white nothingness, it was great.
Born and raised in Garlemald.
Le Mans. He can summon things with his mind. Oh look, he built a miniature robot.
It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same?
I don't know, did he?
Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye?
When you grew a third eye.
When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter?
Oh, it's gotten bad. Son, did I ever tell you about the dark
abandoned
side?
us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not.
Join me. Together we can end this destructive conflict. Our hats shall rule this
Though
galaxy.
he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession.
He wanted to have the world's fanciest hat. Would destroy us all. I didn't realize it looked like that when you sailed over it.
And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks.
Uh-oh. We've got heavy sparkle on off the port bow. Oh god, kill it. Sparkle power. Too great. Can't see.
Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles.
I'm not quite sure what just happened. I like it. They look just like mine.
Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them.
I'm sorry, did you not notice the fact that a mysterious vision came to you and gave you a pair of goggles? I mean, you're awfully cool with this.
I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose.
You wanted to have the finest slices of cheese ever.
I wanted to prove that there was another way.
Small hats. Hats for everyone, not big hats.
And it all began that day when I found my new home.
How long have we been sailing?
I had
don't
forgotten
know.
how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky.
Uh-oh. Sprung a hole in the ballast. Everyone brace.
That light. It was you, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It's surprising how few people know this, but all pureblood Guardians have a third eye.
So it is a third eye.
Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this. To carry Eorzea's protectors into battle.
Does that mean I get a fancy new airship?
I am proud to be able to call her my own.
No, I will not give you rides on her. She is mine.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything.
I even remember things I haven't experienced yet. It's weird.
My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything.
I even remember when I had my first ice cream. It was a Tuesday. It was snowing for some reason.
Come. It would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Let's go find her, say hello, and then murder her. Oh, we're not going to have an epic air battle? That would have been sweet. I am in the tiny little Howling Eye map. All my efforts, all our travels, all of it was for this. Make ready, Sheila, for the end is nigh. Be it here, be it hers or our own. Let's see if I can finish the last duty. In the meantime, we got my hunting log now. Excellent Death. North Shroud, Alder Springs. East Shroud, North Shroud, Alder Springs. I'm looking for Ixal Death Dawn. have some indication of where exactly I need to go for this stuff, but, you know, it's just how it is. No, just Ziz in here. Well, that's not good. Mighty hero of the lands, laid low by falling off a cliff. No, not over here. Perhaps Alder Springs extends outward this way, too. Yes. Means that my Ixel could be anywhere in here, too. Maybe not up there, though. It's a different area. We have Bane mines, but no Ixels yet. It's a different area. Ah! I found one. Another one. I feel like overkill. Alright. I believe that is everything in my hunting log that isn't in a different dungeon. But I do not have enough currency to actually go to the next level. How disappointing. Let's see here. Nosh, Valiant. A lot of guys over there. Essential Shroud. Should probably complete him. Sorrel Haven. I'm looking for prompters. First thing to check is to make sure that they're not over here somewhere. No, this isn't right. Up and up and up and up and up. Those guys are very big and very ugly. And I don't think quite what I'm looking for. Ah, there you are. And one more for the road. Okay, and the rest of the guys are in the desert. Except for that guy. Upper Lenosk in the Oakwoods. Complete him first. Lenosk. Oakwoods. Here's the Oakwoods. But I can't get to them directly, so... It's an expensive trip. I'm looking for a spidery thing, right? Yes. Foresty spider of spidery forestness. Some sort of man spider. A Spider-Man. Don't kill like overkill. And I'm not done. Oh. Well, close anyways. Time for adventure in the meantime. Yes! Adventure! Oh, that's a dangerous looking lady right there. Stripped by my sanctum. Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. Look into my boobs. Look in them. Well preserved. She's huge, and also she's a really big person too. Yeah, the Ixal are there too. Probably scratching their butts. We got a lot of people over here. They come a prisoner. Or the Ixal take them as prisoners. Hey there, foolish mortals! Come to put an end to your reign of terror. Blasphemy my children, these landluckers shall be brought low. You who are bound to crawl upon the earth and revere me, for I am the wind. Enough breaking wind, lady. Don't tell me the skies and slips are defenseless. We are bound by nothing. You think you playthings give you strength? It will not help you, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall shake the roots with your blood, can't be with your entrails. I will murder you. Squawk! Slay the infrathered one, we shall. The offering to guard us, we shall serve. Kill them all, squawk, 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 squawk. You think so to us? Oh yeah, that's a convenient explanation for why you'll be busy. Yeah, you'll be fighting all the Ixal. Meanwhile, I'll be fighting the actual big boss. I shall grant you the gifts. The music's getting good. Got some chanting coming in. Flatten that rock. Mortals. That's not good. This is a bad day. Bad day for us all. Die. Oh! Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. That hurt so much. Foolish mortals! Then we all die. Huh? What? I was killing feathers. Sorry. No, 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 no! Who would have thought a little bit of water would ever touch me? No! I'm melting, I'm melting! No. Uh-oh. What? How in the hells? This is my realm. You have no hope here. None, none. Do you believe you could defy a god, landwalkers? My power is limitless. My children are legion, and they have rendered me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me. Their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to waken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me. I am the one true God. Of course, worship. As long as the Ix will keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. Through force. That was a bad move. No harm will come to you, my children. This is only the beginning, Landwalker. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment, the desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from my tempest. And then will I take vengeance on the sea lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit all in time, and all shall be mine. All mine! You, Landwalker, you are dared to raise your hand against me. You shall be the first to pay for your sins. Now with your death, but with your life. You will serve me, Landwalker, to your last breath. Uh-oh. No. No, I claimed you. You should be mine. Taste the rain. No. 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 My sour apple flavor sustains me. Ugh. Now I have the full set. Yes. It is done. I don't know what I did, but I've been trying to complete this step all game, so it's got to be important. What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
Why does the voice acting kick in all of a sudden?
We've done it.
Then what?
Impossible it is.
Kill you all! Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, O mighty Garuda,
Garuda.
of all primals the most terrible, I say again, Is that all?
I'm cheering for you, weird harpy lady.
Gaius!
Gaius?
Ah, Sid, my boy. You look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country. I wonder what else you will forsake before the day is done.
Your pants, perhaps? I know you, Sid. I know the darkness within.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day?
Kill Garuda and win. Come on, you know exactly what you want to accomplish.
Well, I shall accomplish far more.
I shall speak more than one word. Ha ha ha! Bet you didn't know I have a gun in this fantasy setting. Ha ha!
Is that all? Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer!
This won't end well.
That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you!
She.
Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty, bring brought us succor in our hour of need.
Oh, this won't end well.
Save us, Titan, Lord of Crags! It hurts us so! The pain! The pain!
Oh yeah,
What
this
is
isn't
she?
gonna end well.
12 preserve. She cannot mean to.
Oh yeah, this is gonna end real bad.
No. No, this is all wrong.
This isn't in the script at all.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Oh yeah.
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
There's a Bob Seger song about that. Let's watch from a safe distance.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire!
Long live the Empire! Long live the Empire! Long live Steve! I mean the Empire! Uh-oh. Ooh. Ooh. Dusted. Oh,
It is you who will suffer, Garuda.
ain't looking too good for you, lady.
Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
Look upon our works and despair.
No! No! No!
What a world, what a world, what a world! Oh!
Magnificent. It exceeds all expectation.
I would love it if it just then walked over and stepped on this guy. That seems like an insanely dangerous place to be.
It grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Or perhaps a DC. I'm not quite sure about these things.
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire.
To be eaten by a giant winged centaur. It's kind of weird, but that's their fate.
There will be no warriors of light to save you this time.
There will be only death. We're gonna win, because evil always wins.
If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender.
Or at least run away really fast so we can have, some fun when we chase them down.
Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
We got a big guy who can eat titans. Uh-oh. He can fly. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Oh. And apparently he doesn't want to crush us.
12, have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation?
I'm not
And
sure.
who was that armored devil?
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations.
That's a giant, black death machine.
What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
Well,
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts. But that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius. Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
well, there wasn't a junkyard. It was kind of rusting there, and I figured I'd use it.
It has been a day of unexpected developments. But the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat.
Oh yeah, she's not a threat. She's just been replaced by a incredibly exponentially bigger threat. Yeah, this is a net positive. This is a win for us. This is a total victory right there.
While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side. For the time being, at least.
Well, the good news is we don't have to worry about the structural repairs. The bad news is the building fell down.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Yeah?
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed.
It just took down something that a team of adventurers spent, an extended period of time fighting in like 2
But
seconds.
first, we must needs find out all we can.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Let us make for Vesper Bay. We shall rebuild the Scions.
Bigger, stronger,
All is
faster.
not yet lost, my friend. For we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Keep telling yourself that one. That machine's gonna kind of squash us all. Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me, Sheila. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuda attempted to claim you as her own, I could have sworn I saw. But I'm not sure I was mistaken. Times of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring minds. We're going to mention it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we must consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No Breeze tribe would dare summon their god so long as this weapon exists. Truly, a more effective deterrent could not be imagined. I almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Oh yeah, we'll just leave it rampaging across the countryside. That'll end well. Oh, that is a fine, fine hat. It's past time that we return to the Waking Sands. Oh yeah, that thing that we've kind of forgotten as a plot point. To leave our headquarters in Nisby Spirit any longer would be a dishonor to the memories of those who fell therein. We have been brought to our knees, but we will rest, rebuild, and rise once more. Actually, I don't really need to do that. I can just... walk. That was a rather exciting turn of events, but it is late in the day. It'll be the end for this stream. So, until